We're live. What's going on, my good people? October 6th. Good Thursday. Hope you're having a good morning. We back at it again. Another episode of the Man to Man Pod. I'm one half. I'm Antoine Bethea. I'm got D But's gonna be tapping in with us shortly. But again, man, what's up? Beautiful Thursday. Slow news day today. Slow news, but we gonna make it happen. Some great dialogue. Tap into this Thursday night football. Our Indianapolis Colts, Denver Broncos. We're going to see what our Colts can do if they can bounce back. Jonathan Taylor's out. See what the team can do if they can rally and get a big win coming off a short week. We're going to talk some Aaron Judge, Barry Bonds. We're going to talk some LeBron James, coming off their preseason game, exhibition game last night, press conference. He was talking about, obviously, said it before, his interest in wanting to own a team and owning a team in Vegas. So we're going to get you guys' thoughts on that. Obviously, our opinions. D-Buck, made some comments earlier as far as Trayvon Diggs, Patrick Surtain, the young Patrick Surtain, as far as cornerbacks playing well in the league right now. So obviously, you're going to touch on that. Again, slow news. There's some things we can talk about, all football. We can talk basketball as well. So again, man, tap in with us. Appreciate y'all joining in. And catch me on the other side, baby. What's good? What's good? Molly Moore, what it do? G.I. Joe, it's popping. 702 Thug Life. Javier, Aiden, appreciate y'all tapping in as always in the comments. G.I. Joe, am I a Hornets fan? No, not at all. But I am going to say this. When I first moved, I'm in Charlotte. When I first moved out here, it was ugly. I had season tickets out there. Rarely went to the games, but I can say now that the team is most definitely more exciting to watch. I'm not a fan, but I do up team and where they at right now. TC 210, what it do? What's up? Morning, Northern Cali. It's early out there, 7 o'clock. Appreciate you tapping in. Man, let's jump into it, man. I think one thing I love history, right? History of sports. I like to see, records get broken. We talked about it once before. I think it was Judge tied. And I don't think So now Aaron Judge, he launches a 60-second home run. He sets an AL single season record. So salute to Aaron Judge, man. That milestone. Not too many people playing the sport has been able to do that. But it's I'm not gonna say controversial, but everybody has their difference of opinion, right? Again, Aaron Judge, monster, right? But then we go and just talk about, the history of the game, and what, what's been, what's just the history of the game, right? And just where it was at, I would say like in the early 90s when we had Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and I can't even front. Like that's when shit was like you was tuning into that. I don't care if you was a baseball fan or not, like you was tuning into that every time Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds played, right? So, you have your Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa with the PEDs and the steroids, and tarnishing, that whole majestic feeling of, oh, these what these guys were able to do. And for the listeners and people that's watching, you can see here just like the home runs, right? Barry Bonds, obviously he has the title at 73. Mark McGwire hit 70 and 98. Sammy Sosa hit 66 and 98. Mark McGwire again 65 home runs in 99. So again, you got a lot of people just talking about like, hey, Aaron Judge is the real home run king, right? Being that, he didn't have to take steroids or the PEDs. I want to get everybody's opinion on this. Like, do you discount Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa? Again, and Tone, I would love to get your opinion on this because you are a baseball guy. And for me, it's like, and again, I'm just, who am I? You know what I mean? I'm just, I ain't nobody. But I understand what steroids does for you, right? Makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Ball out the motherfucking park. I get it. Steroids help with your hand-eye coordination. You still have to be able to have that ability, the curveball, the breaker. Like, you still have to have that ability to stand in that box and connect.
I agree. Especially during the steroid era too, a lot of pitchers were on steroids to help them recover faster. Obviously, that made them throw faster too as well. So, to me, Barry Bonds is always going to be the home run king until someone hits 74 home runs. But what Aaron Judge did, potentially clean. I mean, he hasn't tested positive for anything, but it is incredibly impressive in this day and age, especially since he led, I think, in RBIs, like I think runs and a bunch of other categories as well. So it's definitely up there in the Bonds-ish type season. But for me, Bonds is the home run king.
I respect that. I respect that. D-Buck, man, what's your viewpoint on this?
What's good, man? Good morning. Good morning. I mean, Barry Bonds, he's definitely the home run king, obviously. But Aaron Judge, what he's done, potentially. I don't know, did he get the Triple Crown, Tom?
I know it was tight. Let me double check, make sure.
Okay, but getting close to getting the Triple Crown, hitting 62 in an era where pitchers are dominating it. Y'all still see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You still got me, AB?
No, you good.
Okay, yeah. In a pitcher dominated era, with Aaron Judge doing on his contract year, I'm thinking about all that shit, man. It's more impressive to me than what Barry Bonds did. I'm gonna be honest with you, because we were it was must see TV. Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and boys was knocking out the yard every night. So Aaron Judge, what he's doing now is more impressive to me because you gotta think that it's clean. But Barry Bonds is still the home run king because, like what Tone said, pitchers were on that juice too, and it was just a different era. It was a whole juiced up era. So Barry Bonds home run king, but what Aaron Judge has done with that bat has been the most impressive thing that I've seen, at least in the highlights. I haven't been watching as much as those other guys, but
you said what he's been doing with the bat is the most impressive thing that you've seen. Like Barry Bonds, what he did with his bat, that shit wasn't impressive.
I mean, it was, but it's like, I mean, it's like you run track and like guy, what's the dude from Canada, Ben Johnson? Like if let's say he had all the records and like Usain and he did all his clean, but Ben Johnson was still running faster times. Like Usain's shit would be more impressive to me. And obviously Usain, he's clean and has run unbelievable numbers. But I'm just saying, if it was switched, yeah, the guy that's clean, or we gotta assume at least that it's clean, it's gonna be more impressive than me because we played a game where you played for 14 years. I played for 9 years in the NFL. and steroids and all the other shit not as rampant as it was in other sports. But cats that are on shit that's giving them a different edge. And then guys, maybe teammates. You say, okay, I know this guy clean. Well, I got a good idea this guy's clean, and I know this guy ain't. The other dude is gonna be more impressive. That's just how I see it as an athlete. If you do cheat in any other way, that does knock you down a notch in my book. But the numbers are the numbers. The error was the error. But Aaron Judge, yeah, I would say that's if nobody breaks it in the next 10 years, and I'm talking to my kids, I'm gonna say, yeah, Aaron Judge, that was the most impressive thing I've seen done with a bat. But that's just me.
Interesting.
So the one thing I love to say when we talk about Barry Bonds is Barry Bonds was like I believe the first 400 athlete in baseball. So 400 steals, 400 home runs. Did that all clean before basically everybody started assuming he was on steroids. He already had like 4 MVPs and he had lost 2 MVPs to guys who had later tested positive for steroids. So he really probably should have like 6. So it's just like when the best player in the world.
You think Barry got to the steroid game late?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, well, I believe
that's. I didn't mean to cut you off, John, but isn't that rumors why he got on steroids? It was like, yo, like I'm doing all of this and I'm clean, and these guys that's on steroids, they're getting the pub that I really should be getting because I am. And if I'm not misunderstanding, that's what I kind of heard. Like, rumors was like that's one of the reasons why he assumed that he
lost an MVP to I think Ken Caminiti and Jeff Kent. Both of them later tested positive for steroids. One of them was his teammate. He had better stats then too. And then right after the McGuire Sosa thing, basically like they got all the pub. I think he was just like, you know what, we're going all in. Like, so I mean,
interesting take. It's just one of them things that I've been listening to, and for one, I'm like, it's a no knock on Aaron Judge. Again, like what he's been able to do is that shit is incredible. Again, betting on himself.
He did barely miss the Triple Crown. He was off by 0.4 or 0.04.
Batting average.
Yeah, batting average.
So I mean, like again, what he's done this year is impressive. But it's just I'm hearing. I love to get just different opinions of what guys think.
So if you go back, and obviously you had a great career, if you go back and you can bump into some shit that you ain't gonna piss dirty, you're gonna be good, but you'll say, hey, I'll make 2x, 3x what I made in the league. You played 14 years, so I don't see you playing much. You ain't playing 19, 20 years of DB, but would you do it?
Okay, so you saying I'm gonna take this shit. I'm not gonna get caught. I ain't gonna piss dirty, and my play is gonna elevate.
Yeah, you're gonna recover faster, be faster, hit harder, hand-eye coordination points. You probably
book my flight.
But you're gonna know.
Book my flight.
You're gonna know you cheated.
Book my flight. Yeah, we all been in class looking. We all like, come on now, like, book my flight, man.
I mean, that's what a lot of dudes did in the steroid era. They did steroids for like 2 years. They went from hitting 20 home runs to hitting 50 home runs, got a big contract, and then the next year they hit 15 home runs.
So D-Buck.
AB would do that.
I'm gonna pose a question to you that you just asked me.
AB wouldn't do that. Don't listen to him, y'all.
Man, book my flight, man. Where the doc at, bro? Shit, book my flight, man. What are you talking about?
Yo.
Come on, man. I'm out there flying around. Shit, stronger, recovering.
Tuesday, you back to 100.
Man, I'm back 100%. Like I'm squatting 375 at the Monday night game. Man, book my flight, man. Stop playing with me, man.
I don't believe you, man. But I wouldn't do it. You ain't got to ask your question. I wouldn't do it, man.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I understand.
I wouldn't cheat the game. I wouldn't cheat myself.
Shit, you ain't cheating the game. Shit, you getting up. You in the weight room every day. You watching film. You know what I'm saying? Like you paying it forward to the young guys. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I mean, you gotta assume it's a few guys in the hall that that did it, but it is what it is. It's one of those things, man. Like you said, it's different eras, and based on what he did in this era, where it's tough to do, that's the only reason I would give him the edge. But once again, somebody asked me hey, Darius, who's the home run king? Barry Bonds, hands down, is the home run king, without a doubt.
Definitely.
Man, it's funny though. It's funny we talk about this, right? So my DB coach in college, he played in the league for 13 years, and he would just have these different stories where I'll be in the office watching film. He'll just be telling me like just different stories as his career, and he was just talking about back in the day how guys, they would have jobs in the off season, like real live 9 to 5s in the off season.
Yeah.
And he played corner, and he was a tall, lanky corner, 6'3", 170-some pounds, right? And he was like, man, like, I'm doing everything in the motherfucking off season. Like, I'm eating, I'm working out, I'm lifting, but my little ass just can't get gain no weight or get bigger. And then he was like, then I'm coming back, once it's time to get ready. I'm looking at all these motherfuckers in the locker room like, yo, like what they doing that I'm not doing? Yeah, he was like, sure enough, he found out. He was like, man, they just had that. The one thing that they was doing, he wasn't doing, was just going to that doctor. But I'm like, but then I just thinking like right there, it just like goes, it plays with your mental, like shit, like these motherfuckers doing it. Yeah, not saying you're gonna be a leader, but it's like it's one of them things. Like I can't let these guys have that upper hand on me. But it's interesting though.
What's going on with this connection?
Spectrum.
I can't hear you now. Hold on. Yeah, Zeke. But I don't know. You can still hear me? Let me get a thumbs up. You can hear me, though. All right. Well, you can still hear me. Yeah. Look, man, I get it. And maybe if I'm in the locker room and it's different like that, and I know everybody doing something. You line up across a guy, hey, he on something. But I'm lying. Like in the NFL, I ain't feel like a lot of guys was on that.
It was some guys
like that. People were doing.
I ain't gonna say no
some
name.
things, but I felt like I was good enough. I felt like I could get it done, all natural. So I got out the mud, man. I do it again. I wouldn't say 100 times over, but at least 20 times over.
Oh, there you go.
AB said book the flight.
Book the flight, man. What are you talking about?
Hold on, let me try to get this connection. Kick me out real quick. Let me try to figure it out. Get me out of
G.I. Joe, AB, DB, what is your longest lingering ailment from your football days? Great question. I would say mine would be I dislocated, hyperextended my elbow. So that to this day my elbow, I can't straighten my arm all the way. And then I would say my lower back. I had some lower back issues, and here and there, it gets tight on me. So I would say those would be the two. Shit, man, these turf toes is mean too. I had two turf toes, so it's a couple with me. But I mean, I think for me though, it's just staying on top of it daily, and not forgetting what has happened. That's a good question though, G.I. Joe. Well, Molly Moore said, Griffey said he never paid attention to those guys. That's why he never used roids. Yeah, man, but that's just an interesting question that I wanted to pose a deep butt and to you guys that's in the comments and that's able to respond in the chat. But yeah, man. But again, man, shout out to Aaron Judge, man, what he's been able to do, man. Hell of a season, like we said, him betting on himself turning down that big contract and then coming out here and having a monster year. So only can imagine him and his representation howling at the Yankees, knocking on that door, pulling, backing up that Brinks truck. So we got some. Oh shit, my fault. You good?
Yo. You got me?
Yeah, man, I hear you. You got that spectrum rocking. Before we jump into this football, man, so we got the basketball exhibition games coming up. They playing LeBron. Them played last night, and after the game, he was talking to the press, and LeBron James told Adam Silver, "Hey, I want that team. I want to bring that team to Vegas, man." And it was
he said that directly to him.
He said his name. So obviously Adam Silver was not there. And LeBron said that, in the interview as well. He was like, "Hey, I know at some point Adam Silver, he hears probably all interviews that goes on within the NBA. So I know he's going to hear this." So he was like, "Adam Silver, I want to bring a team to Vegas." You know what I mean? And it's interesting. So if y'all don't follow Joe Papliano on Twitter, man, he does some great threads.
Yeah.
Just as far as the business of sports and people in the business of sport. And he did a thread on LeBron as far as his past years, just the move that he's made to really get into this position to be able to possibly bring a franchise. You know what I mean? So and that thread was perfect. You know what I mean? Just the moves that LeBron and his team has been making to be in this position. But you think Bron be able to do this, make this move?
Yeah, I think he obviously can't do it while he's playing. I don't believe. I think it's some type of rule in place. That's why MJ had to do. He had to come back and play. But yeah, hell yeah, like you said, that Joe Pump thread, and I love those threads. But Bron has been a great just as good as a businessman as he's been a player on the court. So he definitely will be in that position to bring that team to Vegas. I think Vegas would be a great spot to have an NBA franchise. Already got a WNBA franchise, the champs right now with the Aces.
Yeah.
So that'd be dope, man. Yeah, that'd be real dope. And obviously to see Bron do it, that just seems like the next step for Bron. Obviously we see MJ in there. And is MJ still the only black owner in the NBA?
Definitely majority owner.
I think like only black majority owner in the NBA, at least I can think of right now. So I would love this. I would absolutely love it. So I hope LeBron pulls this off, and him putting it out there, I think it's inevitable at this point. I can see him playing another 2-3 years maybe, but I can see this being his next move, and I like that he putting this in the works, and then also putting that public, I don't want to call it pressure, but public nudge on Silver as well, on the commissioner. How you feel about it?
So we got the video right here. Let y'all take a lesson.
I'm a local guy. You talked about wanting to have an NBA team in Las Vegas. You came here, I remember played against the Warriors, and tonight you get a lot of love. They love you out here. What's your thought of the atmosphere when you come out to Las Vegas and just, how the fans respond to you out here?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's the best fan base in the world, and I would love to bring a team here at some point. That would be amazing. And I know Adam is in Abu Dhabi right now, I believe. That's where they're at right now? Yeah, with the Bucks in Atlanta. So, but he probably sees every single interview and transcript that comes through from NBA players. So, I want the team here, Adam. Thank you.
Last question.
I want the team here, Adam. Thank you. Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Nah, not at all, man. I think he can get it done. Get it done.
Got you. All that revenue he done brought to the NBA for the last 20 years. He's been the face of the league for 2 decades. That's the right move. That's the next move.
Mm-hmm.
For
Shit,
sure,
that's
man.
it. Just continue to grow his legacy, man.
Yeah.
No, I like this shit. I like this shit. More in basketball news. Warriors Draymond Green faces possible disciplinary action after altercation with Jordan Poole, per report. I was reading up on this. Say they got into a little scuffle, and then Draymond threw a little punch or whatever the case may be. Said Jordan Poole been
smelling himself a little bit.
Smelling himself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And as Draymond, one of the leaders, hey man, pipe down, man. Like let's be able to handle success. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't touch shit, Tone.
Let's handle success. You know what I mean? But
hey,
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I see something wrong with punching. Oh, you don't know how it went down, but you don't know how it went down. Obviously, this Draymond team, he been there forever. Won 4 championships now, 4 chips with the team. I think is the unquestioned, leader in that locker room. So this is kind of, I guess, some house cleaning, as coaches and vets will call it. So we don't know. Jordan Poole obviously been acting a little different, which you expect. He's earned it. He about to get that check, about to get that bag, which once again he earned. So people gonna start moving around a little different, and maybe it was something that was brewing based on some reports that I saw. But I would be interested to hear what Draymond got to say about it on his pod. Hopefully he talks about it on his show, New Media. But Poole reportedly scored on Draymond and called him a triple single. I don't believe that shit, man.
I don't believe that shit.
That's not like one of the ball sack reports.
Uh-huh.
No, don't let him get you, though.
But like G.I. Joe said, man, we gotta check them egos at the doorway. I like it.
Fuck that, Jordan Poole. Talk your shit, man. But this gonna be interesting to see what Draymond got to say about this, man. But hey, we got football tonight, man. We got football now. We got our mob on prime time tonight. Who need to get some? We've been smelling ourselves too, and the shit been stank. Out here in Indy, I'm in Indy right now, and Broncos been struggling too. They're 3.5-point favorites at home against our Colts. No Jonathan Taylor, he got ruled out. No Shaq Leonard, he's out. No Julian Blackman, he's out. So missing some big time players and leaders, man. What you looking? What you think we getting tonight, man? Prime time.
Man, I don't know. Short week. Sometimes this could be a good thing. You know what I mean? Where coming off a short week, you forget about, Sunday's game. You're able to, and you're traveling too. So sometimes I would like these situations. Obviously, you hated that, your big names are out. But for the team, for the morale, hey, we can put that game behind us so we can just get back on the field and we can play better. So I'm interested just to see how the team reacts, right? Where, again, Jonathan Taylor is out. He's been the bell cow early in the season. I think top 5 leading rusher in the league right now. So with him missing, what do you do?
I think they may be bringing Lindsey up too, Philip Lindsey, the former Denver Bronco.
Former Denver Broncos. Defensively, 2 of your top guys are out.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the team respond, man? I think that's the biggest things. Like where they sitting at in the 1-2-1 right now. It's all about the response from the coaches to the players. And we'll see a lot about just the character in that locker room, the character in the team, on how that team, I feel as though, how the team comes out and responds tonight.
Yeah. And shit, it's for the world to see. The primetime games, you get up, at least me, I used to get up a little more for the primetime. Everybody's watching. Every people who don't follow you, people who do follow you, people who just like football, the people support you, the people that hating on you. It's prime time. Everybody gonna be watching. Most players, coaches, etc. So you definitely want to make a statement. Most importantly, you want to win the game. You want to play well. You want to win the game. So a road win will mean a hell of a lot for this team. Getting that stink off, like I said, you coming out of that first quarter of the season. Well, I think everybody in that locker room, from staff, management on down, would say it was disappointing and not how we wanted to start. But unfortunately, that's pretty much commonplace in Indy. You know what I mean? For the last few years, as far as starting slow, and then they've picked things up as the season has gone on. So hopefully, this is the start of that, man. I think number one, first and foremost, obviously Denver got a tough defense. They gave up, 30-something points to the Raiders last week. They gave them their first win, but tough defense up front and on the back end. So first and foremost, we got to block them up front, O-line. We got to bring our lunch pail. We got to play like the how we expect this O-line to play. Matt Ryan got to take care of the damn ball. And then we're going to have to spread it out. Somebody else going to have to contribute. You know, Naheem Hines got to get involved early and often with Jonathan Taylor being out. The receivers are back healthy. Pierce made some plays. Michael Pittman made some plays. We got to make plays, man. Defensively, we can't let this be the game where Russell Wilson looks like Russell Wilson 4 or 5 years ago or 3 years ago. So let's get this stank off us in prime time. Please.
Respond.
Huh?
They gotta respond.
I mean, you got to. Now, also, you look at we talk about the players a lot, obviously being former players. You're looking at this coaching staff. You're looking at the head coach. You got to have your guys ready to go on the road in a short week and get a win, because the noise is loud on the outside of the building, and at some point it gets loud enough to where it starts to seep inside, and maybe some self-doubt starts to creep in on that team. You got an outspoken owner with Jim Irsay. You know, at some point it's only a matter of time until, you know, he have one of his days or nights where he's sitting out in front of that plane start speaking his mind. So
it's real.
Hey, it's time. It's time right now tonight, man. 3.5-point dogs on the road, man. How you see this one shaking out, though?
I don't know. I still don't know yet, man. Mine's gonna be a what time is 10:35? I still got a couple more hours, man.
Have a game time decision?
I think it's gonna be close to it, man. I just think that Jonathan Taylor, Shaq Leonard,
Julian Blackmon,
again, having to, and like you said, Naheem Hines, I think he'd come in and can have a good game for him. Like you said, Phillip Lindsay probably be up. You know, I like what he can do as well. So, you know, guys stepping up, next man up, as we always talk about. I don't know, man. It's tough.
You don't sound too confident, though.
Nah, I'm not. I mean,
you don't sound too confident. It ain't like the Broncos are necessarily a juggernaut, you know, football team like, you know, y'all are, but
it's tough, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one right now for me.
So go ahead then. Just go ahead and say Broncos. You got the Broncos winning. You got the Broncos covering, man. That's what it sounds like to me.
Nah. If that's what it was, you know, I'd definitely be like, look, man, I'm not. But like I said, it's gonna be a game time decision for me. Who you got? Oh shit! I thought you were about to just blurt out an answer or something. The way I thought you was.
I'm going my heart, man. Not the smart thing to do. Going my heart though, man. Colts respond.
Yeah,
they respond against another AFC West opponent. Last time it was on the road. This time it'll be. I mean, last time it was at home. This time it'll be on the road in Mile High. Yeah, we go up there and get a win, man. Start week 5 off right. Colts win. Colts cover plus 3.5.
So D-Buck, if you came into my locker room, right? If I was like, hey, D-Buck, man, I want you to come to Newport News, Virginia, and give my give my young guys a boost, man. And if you gave them if the pep talk was like what you just said as far as the coach winning tonight, I'm never inviting you back again, my guy. I'm never inviting you back.
You gotta be self-motivated. You gotta get we know what's on the line, man. We know what's on the line. And shit. Nah, I ain't gonna say that, but we know what's on the line, man. We've been evaluated every day by everybody in that building, and then every week by everybody else. So this is an opportunity. It's prime time. Everybody's gonna be watching. So yeah, this opportunity to respond, man, and not only show yourself, but show everybody else. Like, all right, we started off this way. The expectations were high coming into the season, and even without some of our top dogs, we're gonna come out here and find a way to get a win. So I ain't a pep talk guy, but get it done for me, coach, please.
Yeah. Y'all have my so I'm gonna put my little graphic out around 5. Tone, I'm gonna shoot you a text and let you know who I got.
Got any touchdown scores?
I think Melvin Gordon.
Okay, you're gonna have to get more carries, but I hold on that Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, they 1-2 punch. Jamal Williams, he's out.
Yeah, Javante,
yeah.
He's out for the year. Who else did they bring? Is it 2-6? Boone. Who's gonna get in the end zone tonight though? Is Sutton gonna get in the zone?
I don't know with the way Russ. Like I said, I'm gonna go Melvin Gordon.
I think Sutton.
You know who else for us though? Who been eating?
Big Rook.
Yes.
Big Rook. Jelani Woods. He plus 750.
Yes. I think he gets in the paint.
Plus 750. That's not a bad bet right there. That might be worth it. They use him. He had two against the Chiefs, and then we didn't really use him that much. Mo Alley Cox, we know if he had a good game last game. But I think those big tight ends, man. Obviously, they got big skilled players, big receivers, big tight ends, and I don't think it's the greatest thing in the field, creating separation and things like that. But once you get in that red area, everything is bang bang. It's body position. It's placement of the ball. Being between you and that defender. That's when these big targets become more valuable. Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, Jelani Woods, Mo Alley Cox. So,
man,
I like that plus 750 though.
Them big body targets, man, you can put them anywhere on the field, bro. I know when I used to have to, and too, when you in the open field and you got to come down and you guarding a 6'6" tight end, you 5'10", 5'11" at best.
Yeah.
I don't care how good of a coverage you on. Sometimes it's just the big body, yeah. And then the catch radius, it's like it's nothing you could do. So it's like you gotta use that. You gotta use that. Obviously, ball placement and everything is key, but having those big body guys out there, man, you gotta use that to your advantage.
That's why Jimmy Graham, when he was in New Orleans with Breeze. Obviously, Breeze was one of the quarterbacks that could put that ball wherever he like. That shit was down there unguardable. Obviously, Brady with Gronk. Gonzo Gonzalez, like you said, that body, those guys, you use that body position. A lot of them got basketball backgrounds when they that tall and long paws. We got to use them. We got to use them, Frank.
Got to.
Got to use them, Frank. Shit. About to change my...
We're still thinking about that pick.
Man,
who y'all got tonight, man? Y'all put in the comments, man. Who y'all got? You got our Colts, man. Y'all got the Broncos. Who y'all got? Talk to us.
I wonder who the public going right now.
Talk to us, man. We got some props. FanDuel. Russell Wilson over under 231.5 yards.
I'm going over.
Matt Ryan 230.5 yards. You said over for Russell?
I'm going over for Russ. I feel like Matt Ryan, like even though it ain't been looking great offense, he been putting up numbers. I think he went over 300 something last game too. Let me check his joint back. I think both of these may hit the over.
So D-Bus said he might go for the over on both of the quarterbacks tonight in the passing prop. Again,
Yeah. He threw for Matt Ryan threw for 356 last week.
Russell Wilson at 231.5. Matt Ryan at 230.5. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook, official sponsor of the Man to Man Pod.
Yes, sir. I'm going over that Matt Ryan. I don't know about Russ. I'm going over the Matt Ryan though. No Jonathan Taylor. I don't see him handing the ball off a ton to Phillip Lindsay and Naheem Hines. So yeah, give me that over.
Okay. Let's go to the rushing yards. We got Melvin Gordon, 57.5. Naheem Hines, 35.5. And Russell Wilson, 12.5. Woo-hoo! Hey, it's a couple in here I like.
You like the Russell. Don't let him
You
get
already know.
Don't let him get you.
Hey, I like the Russ.
Don't let Russ get you. I like Melvin Gordon. I like Melvin Gordon under. Yeah, I like that under. I don't think our front gonna let him come in and just run that ball down our throat. So I'm gonna go Melvin Gordon under. Stay away from Hines and Russ. I done got burnt on a quarterback rushing prop one too many times for my liking.
No, man, they've been talking a lot, man. Russ, he gonna move around a little bit, I feel.
Yeah, they've been talking about him not moving around as much.
Exactly. That's why I feel like he's gonna move around a little bit.
Mr. Unlimited.
Let's go to these receiving yards. Cortland Sutton at the top, 63.5. Jerry Jeudy, 52.5. Hey, has Jerry Jeudy been a little quiet this year, huh?
He ain't been as loud as we expected.
Yeah.
With Russ coming over, but he got a couple touchdowns. He ain't been as loud as we expected. It ain't got off to the start. I mean, a bunch of things hasn't got off to the start that a lot of people expect in Denver, but for some reason, we like to give quarterbacks come in and have one of those 27 for 32 type days against us. So we got to figure that out ASAP. But
Mo Alley Cox, 20.5. Paris Campbell, 20.5. Who you like in the passing prop?
Give me Sutton. Sutton is wide receiver one.
Receiving yards.
Yeah, every week he wide receiver one. So give me Sutton. Pittman, I'm just concerned that they may put Surtain on him. So I'm gonna stay away from him because
we're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, we're gonna stay away from him. But what's Hines? What's Hines at? I can't see that.
29.5.
29.
30 yards. Does he get 30 yards in the
yeah. Let me Naheem Hines 30 yards. I might go with like an alternate receiving yard prop for him for like 25, just to feel a little bit better about it. But if we don't get him involved to that level, we ain't got a chance. Yeah, we ain't got a chance. But yeah, like you said, Jerry Jeudy has been quiet this year. Last game, 4 catches on 5 targets. Game before that, 2 catches on 6 targets. The game before that, 1 catch on 3 targets. And then the first game of the season, 4 catches on 7 targets. He had 100. That was his only 100-yard game where he scored a TD. Scored a TD in the first game and scored a TD in his last game. So on the season, 11 catches for 183 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, that's very quiet.
Very quiet. We're going to see, man. We're going to tap in. We definitely be tapped in tonight, Thursday night football. Our Indianapolis Colts at the Denver Broncos. We need our coach to bounce back, man. Get back. 2-1. Big game for our coach, man. You just mentioned somebody, Patrick Surtain, and you had it was on Twitter.
What's that?
You said that Patrick Surtain might be the best cornerback in the league right now. He's putting in some work. His second year, but he definitely does not look like a second-year player when he's out there. I know he broke on something with Devontae Adams. A comeback was right on. Yeah, it was in him, man. So just talk about him, man. Like, what have you seen for you to make that to have that take on him as far as being the best corner in the league right now? Obviously, it's a lot of good corners out there that's playing some good ball. Darius Slay is just one of the names that really pop up. But talk about that.
Yeah. Well, for him, like you said, he's not looking like a second-year corner. And last year, he damn sure didn't look like a rookie, which is expected. His pops, Pat Surtain, legend, Miami Dolphins at the cornerback position, coached him up through high school, and then sent them off to Nick Saban to continue to, obviously Nick Saban obviously been around DBs forever. So he came in as just super polished, like his game fundamentally sound, technique sound at the line of scrimmage in his press and his off, patient in his back pedal, big guy, 6'2", 200 plus, can still run 4.3 speed. So literally everything you want at the cornerback position, he can do. And not only he can do it at a high level. He plays zone, he can play man, he can tackle, he can cover. So he's in that conversation. I'm not just gonna say hands down best guy. But if anybody says, like Casey Hayward put out a tweet, hey, I'm gonna say it right now, Pat Surtain the best corner in the league. Shit,
yeah,
that ain't something it's hard to argue with at this point now. The other guy that I'll put in that conversation, Darius Slay, he's been having a phenomenal year, and already has had a phenomenal career. Trevon Diggs, he's off to a tremendous start with his career, and he's only getting better and still young at that cornerback position. I think this is only his 4th or 5th year playing the position overall, college included. So what he does coverage wise and ball skill wise separates Trevon Diggs. And you still got Jalen Ramsey, who people have been talking a bunch of shit about him from this last game because of the missed tackle, but that whole game, I don't think the 49ers targeted him in coverage, and it's a reason for that. So it's a lot of guys that's doing it on a high level. So it's always subjective when you talk about somebody being the best at a position.
Yeah,
but Surtain is most definitely already in his second year, in that conversation for sure.
Nah, he's been playing some good ball, man. You talked about Trevon Diggs. You had some takes on him as well, where it was a lot of people talking about Diggs. Coming off of the huge year he had last year, leading the league in interceptions, and just a lot of talk about coming in, and you heard like, he's on some games, he's off some games, but it's just his style of play. He's a very aggressive corner, and when you're dealing with those type of corners, you got to live and die with that, because and we talked about it a while back, just as far as what type of corner we want. You know what I mean? A shutdown corner or one of those aggressive corners that goes and get you the ball. And that's what you got in Trevon Diggs. And you said here, Trevon Diggs playing really good ball this year. Whole lot of exports from cornerback play have been pretty quiet when it comes to Seven's play so far this season. And week 4, he had one catch allowed, 2 forced incompletions, 1 interception, and 0 pass rating. That's coming from PFF. And to your point, man, he hasn't played the position for long. As we all know, he was a receiver going to Alabama, and then he got converted over to the cornerback position. I think that's paid big dividends for him, just with the ball skills. You know what I'm saying? The interception he had last week was not going to say, all corners, DBs probably wouldn't have made that catch. You know what I'm saying? But what he's been able to do along with that Dallas defense, and again, he's just going to continue to get better as he gets more reps. He sees more formations. He sees just different things as far as playing the game above the shoulders, because physically he has all the ability. So if he can just play the game above the hand from a cornerback position, man, like the sky's the limit for him.
When you got that talent, that confidence, and then the people around you to kind of help mold you into that player, because we see a lot of great players, super talented players come into the league, or sometimes even going to college, but coming to the league, and they just not putting that right environment to thrive. So you see him like, damn, what happened to him? Like I thought he was gonna be Naya. He should have been whatever. And a lot of times it's what's around him, not only on the field, but off the field too. How you manage yourself as a pro. And you look at Trevon Diggs, another example that, having his big brother who played a huge role in kind of, help raise him, showing him those ropes with Stephon Diggs, who's been a, Pro Bowl, all-pro player on and off the field. So to have that person to look up to and help, just be able to watch him and see how he does things. Also going to Alabama, that's pretty much a pro factory at this point. So and then now in Dallas with Dan Quinn and surrounded by other really, really, really good football players. So the sky's the limit for these young guys. Sauce Gardner is another young corner as a rookie that looks really good early on. Tariq Woolen out there in Seattle came from a smaller school, tall, fast as hell, but he's making plays. So love to see these young guys coming in and playing at a high level early. Love to see it.
Yeah. I love it, man. Y'all put some questions in the chat, man, before we get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
It was have you ever been involved with one of these? I know I did. And it was in San Fran. Matter of fact.
What's that?
Fan filed a police report over the top with Bobby Wagner. Tackled a fan.
Blasted his ass. He could have really rocked his helmet. He put his helmet to the side. He could have really rocked this shit and chin checked his ass.
He really could have. You ever been in a game with a fan running on the field?
Damn. I don't know. I don't know. I remember a squirrel. Why you ain't hit him, cuz?
Man,
He's gonna let him rock.
I should have hit him in his chest.
You gave him 5?
Hell no, I ain't get that motherfucker no 5.
Yeah, man. These dudes, see, he looked like he was, I don't know what he was doing, but
a bet or something. I'm trying to figure out what the number was. 925. What his telephone number?
Might be him. Might be his phone number. Probably a bet. Probably just out there fried.
Definitely fried.
But the other person, I think it was something with animal rights. They were protesting. But when you jump on the field with football, that's just one of those situations where you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Like you on the football field, you running towards the sideline at that, like with a damn smoke bomb in your hand. Like, as crazy as the world is, you don't know what the hell going on at that point. Bobby Wag, the Rams, they don't know what's going on. You got a man who has obviously eluded security and has a foreign object in his hand. It was Bobby Wagner and one of his teammates. So I'm not sure the team. I think it was number 50. But they were kind of going to, I guess, get him down the ground. Because I don't know if you saw the video or not, but one of the security guards in the back blew his damn knee out.
No, I didn't see that.
Like dead ass blew his knee out.
Damn.
Trying to chase the dude. So you don't really know what you're gonna do in that situation. Obviously, you had the guy, he was just running on the field. You like, all right, you're gonna let the security do his thing, you just gonna stand there. But Bobby Wag's like, shit, I'm about to knock this. And they was already getting their ass whooped, getting ran. San Fran was running the ball down their throat. So he said, all right, I'm about to pop these pads on them. But I don't think the lawsuit gonna go anywhere. I'm sure he broke some kind of rules, some kind of laws. So Bobby Wag should be good.
Man, that shit crazy, man. Yeah, man. We got them yellow jackets, man. Typically, that's what color jacket we wearing, right? The security yellow jackets.
Yeah, we gotta put them over in a yearly combine or something.
You gotta at least give me 100 yards, man. You gotta give me 100 yards. We need some type of agility drills or something.
Give me a short shuttle.
Shit, man.
Yeah, they don't be, they probably don't be taking care of them or paying them like that. So they probably,
But for them, it's like, I go out here, I can go to the game, I can give me a little bit of extra cash. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, don't nothing too crazy happen at the game.
hopefully nobody act up, man. But
they probably
yeah,
see my man run on the field like, man, shit.
We got to do. See, that's one thing getting on the field, but this dude got in with a whole canister, and obviously that can be anything in there. So we got to, on a more serious note, NFL and other places that you got 50, 60, 70,000 people in there, we got to be more secure than that, man. We got to be not only just talking about protecting the players, but the people, in those stands, man. But
no doubt.
Shout out to Bobby Wags.
Couple questions, man, before we get up out of here. Kenny Pickett been named the starter. What does Kenny Pickett do this weekend for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Who they got this week?
I know who they're playing too. Pittsburgh is playing the. Nope, I don't know. I did know.
I think Kenny Pickett, man, he going.
I like what I saw from the kid though. He made some bad decision. That one that picked through that pick to Muth. That pick he threw to Muth was a bad decision, but the one to Claypool, that should have been caught by Claypool, and then he threw another pick which was on a Hail Mary. But I think Pickett gonna be all right. You said he should have been a starter from day one. I didn't mind them giving Mitch a run at it, or giving them a go at it, but this is who you're invested in. This is who being that he played in his college career. I think he built for this job, man. I think Pickett is going to be the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm calling it right now. He's going to be their quarterback for the next decade plus. He just seems like a Steelers quarterback. He looks like I think he's gonna be good, man. What's your thoughts on it? I know he's gonna have a tough task this weekend with Leslie Frazier and this Buffalo Bills defense.
Nah, he definitely have a tough task this week. But yeah, man, I called it. I said it. I just thought that it was just right. It's not, and you don't ever want to go with the feel-good story, but I just felt like it was one of them stories. Went to Pitt, and then just his play, and then he played fairly well in the preseason. I think that's why it was a tough decision on, okay, do we go with Mitch? Do we go with the young guy? But I think he's going to be, like you said, I think he's going to be their quarterback. I think they might have found their quarterback for the future.
Fell into their lap, man. This is, I want to say, I saw this somewhere, and this is why I knew who they played. They're 14-point underdogs this Sunday. And I think it's the first time the Steelers have been a 14-point underdog, maybe since like the merger or some crazy shit like that.
14 points. You taking that?
I'm taking Steelers plus 14.
You taking Steelers?
They are right now. Yeah, I think they cover plus 4. Now Minka may be out. He's managing a knee injury. Obviously, TJ Watt's out, but
you.
I need Minka in there. I need Minka in there to take this plus 14.
That shit might get ugly, bruh.
This could be the Bills game where they come out pissed off, make a statement. But
that shit might be. They might put 40 plus up on Sunday.
If 3-9 out there, give me the Steelers plus 14. Give me the Steelers plus 14.
All right. We got a question from Dakota West. At the Man Pod, I haven't watched or listened to all episodes. You got some catching up to do, Dakota. Yet, so not sure if you have ever named 5 athletes from the NFL you think can thrive in the NBA and 5 NBA players you think could handle the NFL. So first off, this is what I'm gonna say. It might not be 5 NBA players that could handle the NFL.
And vice versa.
Yeah, so you're right. So I'm a big believer in we gotta respect the craft. We gotta respect the craft as good as guys may think that they are in LA Fitness or whatever that plays in the league. It's a different animal when you're going up against LeBron or Melo, Anthony Davis or Kawhi Leonard. You know, it's a different animal. And
even that 7th, 8th motherfucker on the bench.
Shit, the last motherfucker on the bench.
Yeah.
For real. And vice versa. Like, you know, you seen when Draymond Green suited up at Michigan State. Like that shit is different. You know what I'm saying? So again, we just gotta respect the crowd. But for the sake of the question, if
it one, let's give him one.
In the NBA to the NFL, I mean, I would have said maybe Nate Robinson.
Nate Rob, okay.
He's retired. I mean, right now, that's currently playing. I don't know the history. I mean, LeBron, shit.
Yeah.
Athleticism. He played in high school. You know what I mean?
I would have probably went with a prime Russ.
A prime Russ?
Prime Russell Westbrook. See him been a while out, safety or something. He could have did something. And that's the thing, too, is like, if the question is, if guys made a different decision in high school and said, I'm going to go this way, I'm going to go the football route, or I'm going to go the basketball route, or baseball, whatever, that's a different conversation. But from that time until now, all those, those 10,000 plus hours that done have been put in, like that's crafting. That's fundamental. That's off-season work, trying to get specifically better on something basketball. That's skill work. So you don't just make that up. Now you do have some freak athletes. Like prime Randy Moss. I think if you put him in a off season or two,
yeah,
he can go out there and play a 2 guard. I think in his prime, but that's tough.
Julius Peppers for sure.
Yeah, Pep. But see, Pep was what, about 6'5"?
But yeah, so but
wing. All right, you got Pep out there, DeMar DeRozan. All right,
that's.
All right, Pep, that shit sound good.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He could have been like a
Draymond.
Going there, big body, get some reboards, get some boards, get some rebounds and shit.
Yeah, they be disrespecting the craft.
Yeah, but that's a tough one. You gotta respect the craft. But again,
all right, man.
Another show for y'all, the Man to Man Pod. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Again, shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook, official sponsor of the Man to Man Pod. And y'all tap into the game tonight. Indianapolis Colts, Denver Broncos. We're gonna have our graphics up and let y'all know who we have in tonight's game. D-Butt going with the Colts. I'm still
for right now.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna pull an 8. Y'all wait for my pick too. I'll wait for my pick too.
So y'all take that, man. Y'all have a good Thursday. Y'all tap in Saturday on the pick show where we give y'all our picks for Sundays and Mondays matchup. Do what y'all want with them. Use them as a cheat sheet. What you got, D-Butt?
That's it, man. See y'all Saturday. Y'all tap in Saturday for the pick show, man. Then we see y'all live again on Monday.
Peace.
Gone.
We out.